San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. So just a neck-to-neck battle from the start here between Thailand and the Philippines here in the ABL.
So this game, a far cry from the first time these two teams met this season. I was back in November 17, where Mono Vampire led as much as 38 points. King start the third, missing from inside. Lamb to Singletary, attacking all the way.
Oh, that's tough if you give Singletary that much space. A full head of steam just going all the way to the rim. And twice already, Singletary has attacked Sam De Guara down low.
King, with a mismatch underneath, gets fouled. Will head to the line for 2 free throws.
And he's the guy you want to continue to go to if you're Coach Jimmy Alapag and the rest of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. 13 points in the first half for Nick King, 11 shots for him. So just really aggressive from the get-go. He's one of the world imports of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, looking at Coach Jimmy Alapag, Coach Mac Kuon, Coach MC Abulcion, and Coach Chapi Calianta. I'm sure they all spoke during the halftime break in the dugout, trying to adjust and get this win, their third in season 10. Here, Eric Mink, Mac Kuon, MC Abulcion, and again, Coach Chapi Calianta.
At the line, Nick King played for Memphis in college back in 2013 to 2015, then went to Alabama in 2016 to 2017, and then ended up his college basketball career in Middle Tennessee. Nick King was a former Conference USA Player of the Year. Knowles will strike a 3. And De Guara grabs that rebound, towering over everybody. Brickman, nice look to heading.
And that was a gamble for Mono Vampire, trying to double team Sam De Guara, 94 feet away from the rim, heading wide open for the lay-in.
Ryan Watkins for 3. No. Brickman always with his head up, looking for a teammate. Goes to De Guara underneath. De Guara underneath. No. And San Miguel Alab bench asking for a foul. Watkins from Singletary. Here's Brickman again on the run. Fouled by Knowles.
2 wasted opportunities for both teams. Just a little. They've been in rushing possessions, talking about San Miguel Alab Pilipinas and the Mono Vampire. As we look at former world import for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, Justin Brownlee
gave a title to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. That was a lethal combination.
Wow.
Bachman and Brownlee. Brickman for 3. Justin Brownlee, of course, winning last night with the Gin Kings, tying the semi-series to 1-1.
Spending his off day watching basketball.
Watching his former team. Good tap by Brickman. Heading, contesting the call, saying it was last touch by a Thai player. Let's take a look at what happened there. Heading, and Boonsarm. And Heading saying it was last on Boonsarm. The ball will stay with Mono. Lamb for 3. Brickman with another rebound. Knowles, last touch. Ball back to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Fortunately for Alab Pilipinas, Tyler Lamb missing that open 3-pointer. And here, Khalif Wyatt has a chance to extend this lead up.
King, pass fake. King attacks. And look at Nick King. Always aggressive, attacking to the hole. He now has 17.
Just really looking to score is Nick King here. The whole game.
Another hezzy. That time Knowles cannot convert. Back the other way. Wyatt ahead to King. Thought about the 3. Guarded by Lamb. King kick out to Wyatt. Wyatt attacks. Inside to Big Sam. Cannot get that basket inside. Singletary. Fouled by Khalif Wyatt.
Sorry miss there for Sam De Guara down low, but you gotta love the ball movement in it here. Wyatt to Nick King, that fake passing going all the way to the rim. Again, the contact, the concentration, and the finish for Nick King's 17th point of the game.
Chichayanati back in for John Rayolep. Singletary's 3 sticks it in. Mike Singletary, his second triple. 13 markers for Mike Singletary.
And you saw how badly he wanted that make. Only 8 points in the first half and trying to get himself going here in the second.
Big Sam, still no go for the 7'6" big man. He's been missing a lot of those short-range shots. And how about Tyler Lamb making sure he won't miss inside? 2-point game. Heading. And a foul away from some action. And Singletary. And King. And a Watkins in the middle. So it's Lamb. It's Mike Singletary going at Nick King.
This has been a war here today. The whole game.
Singletary didn't appreciate Nick King on his teammate, on Singletary's teammate. That was Nagatip Bunsarm, who went to the canvas. Let's take a look again. What happened there, Mikey?
And here, Nick King. Just early work here for Boomser. But Nick King not really appreciating the peskiness of Boomser there. And just standing up for his teammate was Mike Singletary, trying to get inside Nick King's head, because if there's anyone you would want to stop or you would need to stop to get a win here, it's been Nick King, who has been dominant all game long. But Mike Singletary is being the leader of this Mono Vampire team, not allowing Nick King to have one up against his teammate. And here the ball will stay with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and a chance for them to extend this 2-point lead as Mono Vampires again threatening to make a game out of this.
Double technical called on Mike Singletary and Nick King. Ball still with Alab. Nice look by Brickman, and an unsportsmanlike foul called by a referee. Yes.
Not really sure where that call came from.
Our official from Indonesia, Johan Cristiana, signaling that unsportsmanlike foul. Let's take a look at that pass by Brickman. That was a good pick and roll action between Brickman and Deguara. And look at Singletary's reaction. That will be Boonsarm's third personal foul. He will head to the bench. Now, Sam Deguara, the line.
There you go.
Yep.
He has been missing, at least here in the second half, from close. So now from 15 feet, making 2 out of 2. So Sam Deguara wants it the tougher way.
28 years old, was born in Pieta, Malta. He's half Maltese, half Italian. Sam Deguara. Now let's go back to courtside with Ayana Perlas.
Andre and Mikey, just like what head coach Jimmy Alapag always reminds the team, this is a marathon, not a race. Do not rush. Now in the dugout, head coach Jimmy Alapag reminded the team to control the pace and to stay disciplined with this aspect, because if they rush their shots, it will just lead to bad shots, which will give the Mono Vampires the momentum they need. Now Coach Jimmy also commended the boys for matching the pace that the Mono Vampires are portraying, but also addressed the lack of ball movement once again in the second quarter, which Alab is definitely putting his words into action in the third quarter. Back to you, Andre, Mikey.
Thanks, Ayana. I like that. A marathon, not a race. Ayana Perlas quoting Coach Jimmy Alapag.
Well said. Because being a cerebral point guard himself, Coach Jimmy Alapag, he's looking at the whole 40 minutes. It doesn't really matter what happens in the first quarter, second quarter. It's the whole 40-minute ball game. You need 4 quarters of great basketball to get a win.
Coach Jimmy has been to a lot of battles, locally and internationally. So Jimmy Alapag, if there's one guy who knows it better, it's Coach Jimmy, as the legendary point guard of Philippine basketball himself.
Arguably top 3 best point guards in the history of Philippine basketball.
A good deflection by Deguara on Singletary. On the run is San Miguel Alab. Wyatt to Brickman, heading free at the corner. Nice look by Brickman to Sam Deguara.
This duo right here, Brickman and Deguara, bringing their stuff to the Philippines. They've been together for years.
Lamb will fire a 3. Butter.
Mono Vampire just finding ways to counter the punches of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and this is just a 5-point lead thanks to the Tyler Lamb 3.
King. Back to Brickman. Asking for a screen again from Big Sam. Brickman gets it. Brickman all the way!
That's what we've been saying. Just as much as he's been creating, he can score once in a while, but Morgan on the other end just going all the way to the rim like no one was in front of him. Khalif Wyatt, no choice there but to commit the foul and the N1 opportunity. But we look at this pass here from Brickman attacking the middle and leaving it off to his big guy, Sam De Guara. Again, they've been playing together for years, and it's fun to see them in San Miguel Alab Pilipinas jerseys for this season in the ABL. But Tyler Lamb from deep, let it fly, young man, for his 14th, 15th, and 16th point of this game. Tyler Lamb just scorching hot off the bench for Thailand.
Moses Morgan gets a free throw, gets that three-point play. Brandon Gonzalez-Ross are back in the game for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Are up 4 as we approach our halfway point in the third period. Brickman on a switch, guarded by Morgan. Another screen. Nice look to Gonzalez-Ross. The assist from Jason Brickman.
Vision again of Jason Brickman in full display.
Knowles for 3. Look at Brickman boxing out Morgan, but Morgan inside. Former Cal State Fullerton player. Now to steal by Knowles. The tap by Wyatt. Ball will stay with Mono Vampire.
Again, look at this. Look at the vision there, the precision, and the conversion for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Brickman to Gonzalez-Rosser for the bucket.
Well, Brickman didn't lead the NCAA Division I in assists per game as a junior for nothing. That was back in 2013 and 2014. We have a timeout on the floor. San Miguel Alab Pilipinas up 4 with 4:37 remaining. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Live on SNA and former Alab Pilipinas point guard Pao Javilona. Enjoying the action. Watching it with his former teammate Prince Rivero. At courtside, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. This is a different team that won the title 2 years ago with guys like Justin Brownlee, who's also here. Ronaldo Bogman. That was a rise of Bogmania. Of course, Bobby Ray Parks Jr., 2-time ABL local MVP. That was a great team, to say the least.
That was a crazy team. That was the champion team, right?
Yep, that was the champion team. Let's see if this team can duplicate that success. That was back in 2017, a traveling violation called on Tyler Lamb.
I think it's on Khalif Wyatt there.
Oh, make that on Wyatt.
So the ball will go back to Mono Vampire. That was great defense by Tyler Lamb.
That's right. My apologies on that play. Tyler Lamb and Mono Vampire with basketball. It's Knowles, Lamb, Morgan, Singletary. What a move by Morgan. Good defense from Gonzalez-Rosser. Brickman asking for a pick from Gonzalez-Rosser. Brickman surveying. Brickman falls down and will be picked up by his teammates, letting their point guard get a breather.
And Jason Brickman has been money on that pick and roll play. He only has 4 points, but just a lot of assists across his name, and even those hockey assists where he creates for a teammate who creates for another teammate for buckets. And here 2 free throws for Jason Brickman here, tripping on the foot of Tyler Lamb. Hitting the deck again is Jason Brickman. He has just played phenomenally. A lot of minutes because you don't really see a legitimate backup point guard for Jason Brickman on that Alab Pilipinas bench.
To fill. Jason Alexander Brickman getting the first free throw. He's born November 19, 1991. Brickman, 28 years old, born in San Antonio, Texas. He is half Filipino, half American, 6 feet tall. Brickman has been around, 2-time NCAA season assist leader back in 2013 and 2014. 4th highest assist total in NCAA history. Lamb for 3. All air. Good defense from Jeremiah Gray.
That's all you can do. Just really make it tough for Tyler Lamb to see the rim. And not every day you're going to see Tyler Lamb not hit iron on his 3-point attempts.
Brickman going to Wyatt. Using that screen from King on a switch. Has Lamb on defense. Gray. Missing from the outside. Knowles to Singletary for Mono Vampire. Singletary attacking, getting the foul on Ganuelas Rosser. And Mike Singletary will head to the line for 2.
Mike Singletary. Again, just the recognition going up against Jason Brickman here, using his body, fishing for the foul. And that's just an IQ play for Mike Singletary as Big Sam DeGuara re-enters the game here with 3:22 left in the 3rd quarter. Still a 6-point lead for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Chance for Michael Singletary to bring it down to 5 or even 4 points.
Also a former import for San Miguel Beermen back in 2016 is Mike Singletary, an NBA D-League champion in 2013. Former TBL MVP, 2-time TBSL champion, former TBSL MVP. The accolades just keep on going from Mike Singletary. Calls Thailand his second home. His team down 6. Brickman with a pick and roll with DeGuara again. Now King to Ganuelas Rosser for 3. Get a DeGuara, the offensive board and put back slam.
Sam DeGuara making sure he wasn't going to miss that gimme. And just slamming it home here in the Philippines. Sam DeGuara, that probably would be the easiest offensive rebound that he can get. Look at this. Not even leaving the floor for that rebound. And slightly leaving the floor for that dunk. Look at that.
Before playing for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, played for CEB Puerto Montt at Sam DeGuara, then also went to Hong Kong Eastern and also Mono Vampire, who was teammates with this guy, Mike Singletary, at the line. That was also a good team that went to the finals. As we see a new coach of Mono Vampire, Andre Orlip of Slovenia. But yeah, that was a team coached by Doug Marty. That was a good coaching matchup between Doug Marty and Jimmy Alapag.
And I believe before the start of the season, Coach Jimmy Alapag was also trying to loan or trying to ask for Paul Zamar to play with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. So that would have been another former Mono Vampire player.
That's right. A reunion of sorts. These 2 former Mono Vampire players now with Alab Pilipinas, Jason Brickman and Sam DeGuara. Brickman back at the line. Jason Brickman, what a game so far. 6 points, 6 rebounds. Also with 8 assists. So 6, make that 7 now. 7 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. And he's been averaging 7 points, close to 8, 4 boards, 9 assists per game.
Second in the league. And feeding his teammates 9 assists a game, trying to go for a triple-double here today.
Singletary missing from beyond the arc. Gray, back to Brickman. Up 6 to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. They were pummeled by Mono Vampire the last time they met. It was a month ago, to be exact, back in November 17. It was at Stadium 29 in Thailand. When Thailand, Mono Vampire defeated San Miguel Alab Pilipinas 111-76. Some action down low between King and Morgan. And now it's Morgan and King with a few words to each other.
Just a competition down low. Getting a bit chippy. And Nicholas King finding himself behind the line again for 2 free throws, making the first. And so a 7-point lead, back to a 7-point lead for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, 61-54.
Nick King averaging close to a double-double, 16 points, 9.7 boards per game, also with 4 assists. today has 18 points for Nick King.
Lane violation here. So an extra free throw for Nick King. A chance for him to extend this lead to 8 points. 2:15 remaining. And here I believe, that was Watkins trying to box Sam Deguara out just a little too early on that free throw attempt.
Before landing a stint with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, Nick King played for the Maine Red Claws. Former Conference USA Player of the Year. Former first team All-Conference USA. Knowles eluding Brickman. Watkins underneath. Deflected by Deguara, but a foul called on Big Sam.
And Watkins has somewhat held his own against Sam Deguara, probably 6 to 7 inches.
We'll probably get a massage after this game, too.
For sure. Out here in the Philippines?
Probably. Now here's Chayananti coming back in. Ryan Watkins now at the line. Missing the first free throw.
This is going to be an important 2-minute stretch here for both teams, as for sure both of them would want momentum entering our playoff period.
Watkins missing both free throws. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. 8-point lead for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. The jumper is butter from Nick King.
Nick King just continuing his scoring prowess here.
Singletary missing from 3. He has been quiet from beyond the arc. Here in the second half. Now Alapag telling Brickman to play. Brickman, that pick and roll again with Deguara. Finds Gray, corner 3. Knowles with a board for Mono Vampire. Knowles. Morgan attacks. Swatted by Big Sam Deguara. And Singletary saying may have been a goaltend violation. But no, our officials say it's a clean block. Deguara will head to the Alab Pilipinas bench. Gets a high five from Jimmy Alapag.
Look at the recovery, though, of Sam Deguara. They have a point talking about Thailand's argument on that goaltend call.
That was close. That was close to be.
Ball will stay with them nonetheless.
Yeah. Singletary using that screen. Singletary to Ananti. He'll get fouled by Gray.
This is the 10-point lead, a double-digit lead for Team Alab Pilipinas. So all-important free throws for Amanti. Great drive there off of the swing by Mike Singletary on the closing Jeremiah Gray out. So that's a made free throw there for Ananti. 1 minute and 7 minutes remaining here.
Chichay Ananti averaging 9 points, 2 boards, 2 assists per outing for the still undefeated Mono Vampire. That time gets 1 free throw. 64-56, a minute to go in the third. Knowles harassing Brickman. The 3 by Rosser. Bang! Bang! Bang!
His older brother's not really known to have a stroke from the outside. But Ganuelas Rosser with his 3rd triple of the game.
Thailand wanted to go for 2 for 1 here. Knowles, the kick out to Chichay Ananti. Ananti, what a move. Use the glass. Silky smooth move from Chichay Ananti.
Introduce yourself, Ananti. What a move there. 2 fakes to get the floater off the glass.
Last shot, second time. That is 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Brickman to King. Gets fouled by Preston Knowles. Knowles called for his 3rd personal. Mono Vampire in the penalty.
And Nick King just staying aggressive all throughout this ball game. Big reason why he has found himself behind the 15-foot line numerous times here today. Look at that, just continuing to bark at Mike Singletary. And they continue to talk as we look at,
Richie Rivero.
Richie Rivero has just recommitted himself
to
the UP Fighting Maroons program, the
That's
UAP.
Right. And the Fighting Maroons delighted to hear that news with Richie Rivero, Kobe Pacas, and Bright Akweti all recommitting themselves. Knowles to end the third. Solid effort from Alab Pilipinas on defense. And look at Morgan and Knowles having a chit-chat there. King, he has been really aggressive for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, scoring 9 of his 22 markers here in the third. Jason Brickman doing everything. 6 points for Brickman, 9 assists for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Sam De Guara with 12 points, 5 boards for Big Sam. But Brickman, if not scoring, assisting to Brandon Denuela's roster for 3. 3 triples for BGR off the bench. And at the end of 3, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas now with a 10-point lead. Fourth quarter coming up after the break.